Hey, this is Dean from Plumbing and HVAC SEO, and today I want to talk a little bit about social media. I get a lot of questions, and I hear a lot of questions about how do I get ROI out of my social media? What is the right way to do social media? How can I track my social media? And in the end, how do I get business from social media? So put together this little infographic, and I was going to post it just the way it was, but I think it deserved some explanation on the different pieces of the puzzle here, or the different pieces of the pie, if we look at it from that standpoint. So I call this the Plumbing and HVAC SEO social circle because there's really four important pieces to a solid social media marketing campaign. But if we look at slice number one, the orange area, this is really where everyone starts. This is where you have to start because this is where you're putting together your social presence. Unfortunately, this is where most people stop as well. This is all they do. And what social networking is it's finding and connecting with social influencers, it's pushing out information, and it's more or less just kind of pushing and pushing and pushing and delivering content all the time. And that's good, but if you want to start getting ROI or getting better, getting business from your social media campaign, you really have to move on to the other three pieces of this pie. But let's talk about number one. And when I say social networking, it's really for plumbing HVAC companies. It's pushing out content. It's about the plumbing industry. Maybe some humorous thing, interviews, anything that's associated with your company or industry. And we do this through sites like Facebook and Twitter and Google+. And if you're not familiar with the fourth icon there, that is Instagram. Now, Instagram is a kind of like a photo sharing social network. But the reason I put it there is because right now Twitter has dropped behind it, and it is the number 2 social network behind Facebook. Now, it's a very personalized social network, and it's really good for plumbing and HVAC companies because it will show the human side of your company. Because you have to remember that people want to do business with companies they know, they like, and they trust. And when you can give a kind of a look behind the curtain, the personalization of your company, the team, the trucks going behind, the happy hours that you guys share together, the birthday parties, anything that shows the human side of your business, you can share on Instagram and then push out to Facebook, push out to Twitter, push out to Google+, and it all kind of goes together. This is the initial piece of the social puzzle, and it is the social networking point. Now, I said this is where we all start, and unfortunately it's where a lot of us stay. But if we really want to take our social media marketing to the next level, we have to incorporate these three other slices of the pie. Now, the second slice that we're looking at here is called social listening. And this is monitoring and responding to mentions of your company in the social sphere. And sometimes those mentions might be negative and as well as positive. And we have to learn to connect with both of them, right? If people are saying negative things about your company, you want to know. There's a lot of tools out there that you can implement to alert you when these things are happening. So when people are saying negative things, they're really screaming out for help, right? Because I'm a true believer that there's multiple people in the world. There's people who get bad service and go silent and will never call you again, and then there's the people who will complain and give you negative feedback, but they're crying out for help because they want something fixed. And then there's obviously the crazy people who just go on every single social network and use different names, and that's a whole different area that we're not going to discuss today. But when people say bad things about you, it's a cry out for help. So it really gives you an opportunity to go back, fix the problem, and this is a great opportunity. Sometimes it's even better than just a plain old 5-star, excellent, did great service testimonial, because everybody understands that no one's perfect, right? And what people want from service companies is they want to know that if you make a mistake, you're there to fix the problem. That's all people want. They want their problem fixed. And if you can do that and get them to change their testimonial, their review of you, it really creates a positive environment that they have felt and other people see. And so That's where social listening comes in. Social listening, if you take it to another level, well, there's other things you can do. You can listen for certain terms or phrases like, anyone know a good plumber in fill in the blank, or how do I fix a fill in the blank. These are great opportunities to help out or get your name out there and really start being getting an influence and getting people to follow you and just listening. So listening entails a lot of different things, but it's really important to do. And there's a lot of different tools you can use. You can hook up an RSS feed on a website for your blogs. You can have that push out to different social media. But if you really want to listen to and monitor certain keywords, you can use tools like Hootsuite or any social media marketing tools such as that, where you can put in terms and when these things are mentioned. Google Alerts is another great tool. I'll classify that under the social thing because you put in your company name, and anytime there's a mention of it, you're alerted, and it gives you an opportunity to get on top of things. The third piece of this very important social media circle is social influence, and this is in the red area. So social influence it's the place where you establish yourself as an authority online. And so what you really want to be is not just another plumbing and HVAC company. You want to be the plumbing and HVAC company, and you want to do that by being the go-to guy, the person when people go online they look for you. You're the authority. You're the person CNN contacts when there's some massive problem, like remember that gas explosion in New York City about a half a year ago. They look for, the news media looks for these authority figures, these leaders in the industry, and you do this on social media by being out there, putting yourself out there, pushing out content, great information about your industry, about your business, tips, DIY stuff. What I find is a lot of plumbing and HVAC companies don't like to push out DIY information because their mindset is, well, if I tell them how to do it, they're just going to do it themselves. Well, that's not the case always. Yeah, if it's a simple thing, they'll go ahead and do it, and good for you, you've helped them along. But eventually they're going to come into big problems that they can't do themselves. And who are they going to turn to when they need the help? The authority guy, the guy that helped them out in the past. So really being an influencer on social media is important. And there's great sites to do this on. You can use YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. These are all great sites where you can position yourself as the guy in the plumbing and HVAC industry. The last piece of our pie is social selling. How do I measure ROI from social media? Well, you're not going to be able to do it if you're just doing segment 1, social networking, or if you're just listening, segment 2. Maybe over time with a social influencer you can do that, but social selling is really where you can see your ROI coming back, and that's the ability to generate leads or sales through social networks. Social networks like Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. These are all sites that allow you to advertise, run ads, or sell product right through these social networks. And the best of all to start with, of course, is Facebook. Now, Facebook, you can really hyper-target the specific customer you're looking for. If you want 40-somethings in Albuquerque, New Mexico, that earn $60,000 per year, you can do this. You can really hyper-target what you're looking for and running ads and start collecting leads and building a database of customers. So when you sit back and you take a look at this infographic here, this is really a social media marketing campaign complete. It requires 4 pieces to be totally effective. What happens is most businesses do segment number 1 here, the social networking part, and then 6 months later they give up on it and they say, "Oh, it doesn't. I don't do social media because it doesn't work." Well, it really depends on what your goals are and what your objectives are. If it is to start seeing ROI and you're just doing piece number 1 or 1 and 2, obviously it's not going to happen. Once you get all 4 of these pieces in place and you complete the pie, well, then you have a solid social media marketing campaign that's flowing on all cylinders, and you can really start seeing some ROI from your social media marketing. I hope this helped. I hope this cleared things up, because I do get a lot of questions about this, and I think that visually and explaining it, hope that helps. You can visit our website at plumberseo.net, and we post a lot of great information on social media and internet marketing stuff to really help grow your plumbing and HVAC business. If you need help with your social media marketing efforts, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We're at 866-610-4647. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I enjoyed putting it together for you.